In this series, we'll start with the basics and work our way up, exploring each era of the game, opening packs, building decks, and dueling with classic and modern cards. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, this series is for you. So stick around because the heart of the cards are calling, and together we will become true duelists. Welcome to the Garbage Lords Progression Series. Well, Zach, we're here. A new generation of Yu-Gi-Oh! And time for some new rule changes.
I'm so excited for these rule changes, and I don't know about you, but I'm ready for a little bit of a change. Synchro era is fun, but I'm ready for something a little more fast-paced.
Absolutely. So, first off, as always, with the new generation, we get a refresh on our reroll tickets. So, we're back up to 3, and just a reminder for the audience, if we didn't use them all in the previous generation, we don't roll them over. So, if I had a reroll ticket left, or Zach had a reroll ticket left, we had our chance to use them, we didn't. So, we're both at 3 reroll tickets for the Zexal era, but we're also bringing back and banning a couple cards. So, Zach, do you want to go and talk about those?
So, the card that we are taking out of our pool is going to be Vanity's Emptiness. This card is just the worst. Even when it's played in a quote-unquote fair manner, it's not fair. It's not fun. It's not interesting. And for that reason, we're getting rid of it. Something that is fun and is fair is Tour Guide, and we're bringing back a card that is basically going to be Tour Guide for us in the form of Rescue Cat. Now, we're not just bringing this back all pre-errata, going ham with that. No, it's going to have the errata, so the effects will be negated. So it's basically just Tour Guide in the sense that it will summon out either a level 2 or 3, or even a level 1, but there's none of those. So it'll just be a Synchro 6 or 5 or a rank 3 or even a rank 2.
Yep, and I think that's pretty fair. I think the erratas for a lot of cards came a little too late for them to really see much play. I mean, sure, Rescue Cat does see a little bit of play. I think it saw play in, like, Melfi decks recently, but yeah, we're gonna enjoy playing with those new tools, and we're gonna be very thankful that we don't have to worry about flipping vanities anymore. So the series has been pretty close up until now. I think we're only within like 5 or 6 games of each other. I think that's at most. I think that's the biggest gap we've ever had. And it's going to be interesting going into Zexal, but I'm excited. I'm excited to do some overlaying. I personally think XZs are some of the cooler cards. I didn't like them when I was a kid, but now I kind of like them. I kind of like them a little bit more than some of the other mechanics, but let's go ahead and get into the next generation of Yu-Gi-Oh! Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Garbage Lords Progression Series, and we have a new generation and some exciting rule changes. Right now, we're going to be talking about Generation Force, Gold Series 4, and Duelist Pack Crow. So Duelist Pack Crow is pretty bad. There's honestly nothing we want from this. I guess if we're talking about it, it helps us round out our playsets of Armor Master, Generic Synchros, and Blackwing Dragon, Armed Wing, and then gets us Silverwind the Ascendant, which we can actually use because we do have a single copy of Vayu. But other than that, I mean, Zephyros the Elite is great for kind of like, I don't know, material. it's fine. Gold Series 4, however, is pretty good, especially at the high end. Now, the commons are pretty bad. The only cards that are really good are Beast King of the Swamp, which is really only good in Tier Laments, as much as I hate to say it. Soul Exchange, Trade-In are decent cards, especially for Monarch and level 8s respectively, but the high end is very, very nice. So we have BLS. We hope to God that Zach doesn't pull this, because we have a BLS, he doesn't, and when this comes off the list, I want to be able to abuse it. We've got Chaos Orc, Dark Lord Zerato. These are fine. Dark Lord Zerato is an interesting card, but it's really not that powerful. Celestia is another Lightsworn that we can get access to, but it's nowhere near as good as Raikou, which is a great card. Other than that, Summoner Monk is a card that we want. Doom Caliber Knight is another card that I want. I think Doom Caliber is a really interesting card. And then other than that, we kind of just want to pull a playset of Avarice. We both have one. And then we have Generations Force. This is the first XZ set, and unsurprisingly, it's kind of bad. The first XZ's monsters weren't insane, but they were decent. But let's go ahead and get into it. So, in the Super slot, we don't have a ton that's very useful. So we've got Blue-Blooded Oni, which is used for FTKs much later on in Yu-Gi-Oh's lifespan. And we have the introduction of the Wind-Up archetype, which is a very powerful deck that can level modulate itself and gain advantage when it does so. But the main reason you want to play that is with this card here, Wind Up Factory. It is basically the entirety of the TG strategy we played last episode, except wound up to 11, pun intended, I guess. Surface is a pretty good card for fish and like frogs, stuff like that. And then Vision Hero, Trinity, and Masked Hero Vapor are decent cards. Trinity is especially good because it lets you get over a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, it's not a elemental hero, it's a Vision Hero, so we can't Miracle Fusion into this. In the rares, there's not a ton here. There's stuff like O Fish, which is a decent counter trap for the Fish, Sea Serpent, Aqua, like super types. Fish Swap is decent for getting back your banished Fish, Sea Serpent, or Aqua types. Wind Up Magician's pretty good. Master Your Gyoka is pretty bad. Lancer, Sea Lancer is a decent card for Lancer Frogs. However, that's just not a deck that I really am interested in playing at all. But we do have Gishki support in here, which is interesting. In the secret rares, we do have some actual decent cards. Vision Hero Adoration is a pretty powerful hero monster. Organ Dragon is a very interesting anti-synchro card. Basically, it just lets you get rid of any synchro monster that your opponent might have. Smashing Horn is a card I've never seen before, and I'm glad that I don't. I haven't, because this is really bad. And then we have our first Xyz monsters. We have Andreas, Keeper of Armageddon, Steelstorm Roach, and Tyrus, Keeper of Genesis. These are all decent cards, but Tyrus and Andreas are very powerful considering that you have to make them with 5s. There's not a lot of easy ways to get 5s onto the field. In the Ultra Rare slot, we have a bunch of other good cards. This is really where we want to be seeing our cards from. We've got Levier, Wind Up Zen Maester, Leviathan Dragon, even Hero Lives and Wonder Wand are pretty good. And we have Nova Master. This is my favorite Omni Hero. It came out in Speed Duels. It was playable in Speed Duels, and I love this card. It's pretty simple. Just when it destroys a monster by battle, draw a card. Pretty cool. And then we have, in the commons, we don't have much, actually. We have Goblinberg. That's a cool card. Basically lets you set up for rank 4s pretty easily. Golem is a card that can just set in defense position, but it's not really that good in our strategy. Drago is kind of a bad recruiter. Honestly, there's no reason to play it. Wind Up Soldier and Dog are here. I always thought the Crash Bugs were interesting cards, but they're just really bad. They don't set you up for anything. If there were 4s, they might be better. We have Mass Change. We have some Vylon cards. I didn't know we got Vylon cards, but that's funny. And then we have things like Poseidon Wave and Utopian Aura, cards that like see play later on in Yu-Gi-Oh's history, but not really right now. But that is it. So let's go ahead and get on into our packs for today's episode.
Well, you can't win them all. Well, I mean, we've got Duelist Pack Crow, Gold Series 4. This was a weird product because it a box had, I believe, 1 pack in it, which had 25 cards, and the pack or the box was like a triangle. It was weird. It was a very, very weird set. But anyways, and then Generation Force. Now we get 6 extra packs of this, but we're gonna start with the Crow. So I'm gonna bop, and we'll just open up the Crow because we're in Xyz era. Now we get all of our rerolls back, and honestly, I don't think I want anything out of here. I just don't think that there's anything particularly special in this set that I need for Blackwings. I think that our Blackwing pool is pretty solid. I just don't want to play it because Whirlwind's currently at 1, I believe, or is it 2? I can't remember. We do get an extra copy of Boro, which is nice because we only had 2. Zephyros is nice, actually. Mainly for Dark Worlds, actually. Not necessarily here for Blackwings until we get new Blackwing support. Blackwinged Dragon, that is a bad card. It does come into play a lot later on when I think it's Darkwing Blast, when the stuff there is released. But that's a long way off. All right, we got a Zephyros, 2 Black Feather Beacon, Black Return, and Black Winged Dragon, which is not a Blackwing, which is funny. Just rounding out our card pool for the other ones, we are going to add this to the collection. Is Gale in here, actually? Oh, we got one Gale. Here we are, 5. Boop. Realistically, the only thing we want out of here is like the like Morphing Jar, Geyserus, Royal Oppression. That's all very good. Everything else, not super fantastic. Beast King of the Swamp is nice, actually, for a future. Titaniel, Obelisk, and Doomcal's nice. Doomcal is just if a monster effect is activated, quick effect tribute this card, negate the activation. Now it is a mandatory, but it's negate, so not a horrible card. It's decent. Next up, another Morphing Jar. Table of Contents is pretty bad, and we don't really care about Lightsworns. Our JD pool is, or our Judgment or Lightsworn pool is pretty bad. Although Raikou is solid. Another Doomcal and another Royal Oppression. Royal Oppression, I believe, is at 1 right now, or is it 2? BLS, Chaos Orc. We already had Chaos Orc. We did not have BLS, so that's pretty nice. Honestly, I'm happy with that. Because the stuff we could have gotten out of here, it's like Smunk would have been nice, but we got Raikou, which is solid. Another Geyserus, Royal Oppression, which we definitely needed. Doomcal, of course, always good pickup. Obelisk as well is not the worst, not the greatest either, but I mean, all things considered, Royal Oppression, Geyserus, Raikou, Morphing, BLS, Celestia, Titaniel, Doomcal, all solid cards. So I'm gonna add this to the collection and move on to the next pack. Now we got 30 of this, which is nice because we're in XC's era now. Ghost Ship, of course, a very decent card. We do get wind-up stuff and like the first wave of wind-ups. And the only good one is like exactly, oh my gosh, Leviathan. I'll definitely take that. Like the only good wind-up in this set is exactly wind-up Magician. Infected Male. There it is. Wind-up Magician. Once per turn, you can target one level 4 or lower monster you control. It can attack your opponent directly this turn. Send it to the graveyard at the end of the battle phase. I don't like that. Wind-up Magician, if you haven't read it, effective wind-up. If an effect of a wind-up monster is activated, except Magician, you can special summon one level 4 or lower wind-up monster from your deck. So it's just a great extender for the deck. And a Sunmaster. I will definitely take that. Poco Draco, of course, very funny tech in Dragon Rulers. Wind-up Snail, terrible card. Another Poke Draco. Double or Nothing is funny because we don't have Utopia yet in this set. So, oh, Fish. Or OF, exclamation part, SH. I haven't actually read this. And I want to because I like fish. That's not great. A Levair. So we have a Leviathan and a Levair. And a Zenmeister. All solid cards. Unfortunately, I don't know... Whoa! I don't know what rank 3 strategy we can put together. But for the future, it definitely is good to have. Raigeki Bottle. That's pretty bad. Another Wind-up Magician. Is that our second? I hope that's... oh, that's our second. I kind of want 3 of that. Last few packs here. Honestly, it's... Okay. Leviathan, of course, very good card. Ghost Ship, I wanted multiples, but we only got one. We got a playset of Snail, and that's awful. 1 or 2 Magician. In this set, we also have Factory at Super, which is not guaranteed. I think this is about as good as it's going to get. Of course, it would be nice to get stuff like Roche or Armades or Tyrus, but can only hope. We got like probably the three best XCs in the set. So yeah, I'm gonna add this to the collection, and I'll see what I can cook up.
All right, boys. So before we get into the episode too far, we got to resolve our wild card, which is a wild card super rare. And I decided I am going to add a card that we missed that I do think will enable an interesting deck, and that is Dragunity Knight Vajrayana. Yep. We're going to add a single copy of this to our collection, and maybe we'll play some wind-type dragon monsters. So, yeah, let's have some fun. Alright, so starting off with our 36 packs of Duelist Pack Crow, let's go ahead and get straight into it. So, flip on, there's our Silverwood. We literally don't need anything else from this entire set. Yes, I am turboing through this. I see we did get a Zephyros, so that's good. We literally don't need anything else in this entire set. We got a Zephyros, we got a Blackwing, we got another Armor Master, we got an Armed Wing, and we got plenty of Silverwinds. That's all we needed. Add to collection. Next, we'll go ahead and open up our 5 packs of Gold Series 4. We will pay a little bit more attention here because these are good. So let's go ahead and flip them up. Smunk is pretty good, and I don't really need another Spirit Reaper, but we have it. I think that's our second or third Royal Oppression. Maybe that's our first one. There's our third Titanial, not really great, but I do like to see another Doom Caliber Knight. I think we already had a playset of Sork, unfortunately. There's another Doom Cal, I'll take it. There's a Geyserus. I'm not playing Glad Beasts. There's Obelisk. I mean, that's kind of fun. We didn't need any of those cards. That was just a dud pack, unfortunately. And last pack, ooh, 5-head Raikou second Smunk. I mean, I'm not gonna turn down double Smunk, double Doom Cal. Raikou is also a decent card. I don't know if it's decent right now, but it is decent. So let's go and add the collection, and then we will get into our 24 packs of Generations Force. Let's go ahead and flip them up. Wind Up Factory, really strong card. We need other wind-ups to pair with it, though. There's a Gyoka, not really all that great. A Star Changer, not really interested. Attention, really bad. I don't like that. United Front's an interesting card. There's a Nova Master. I'm actually happy to pick that up. Lets us play like some interesting fire hero decks. I don't think we have pulled a Gyoka, but we need to pull Mass Changes to make use of it. And even then, it's not good at all. Oh, Leviathan Dragon. I will take that. I don't know how good it is at this point, but it is a decent card. Oh, Adoration's actually decent. Yeah, that's a decent card. Airorc is not bad. Another Wind-Up Soldier is not bad. Oh, there's a Wind-Up Magician. Actually, did we have a Wind-Up Soldier, or am I... Yeah, we did. Okay, there's a Wind-Up Magician, too. That's actually not terrible. Ultimate Piercing Moray. That's not a card that we wanted. There's an Ultimate Rare Hero Lives. I mean, sure, I don't really want to play that at all, because I don't like having my life points. That's a Blue-Blooded Oni. That's funny for FTKs. Last couple packs, second Blue-Blooded Oni. I mean, that's kind of not something I want to play. Would have preferred something else. Master of Vapor. It's just a vanilla. That's really interesting. Last pack. Ooh, a Leviathan to close. Did we already have one? No, we didn't. We had a Leviathan Dragon. Honestly, not bad. I think I'll take it. We got a bunch of hero cards. We got a Leviathan and a Leviathan. Not the best Xyz pulls we could have had, but we'll take it. All right, let's go ahead and get on and deck at it.
All right, probably no surprise to anyone, but we're playing 6 Sam today. Now, our build's a little bit different to last time because we are in the Xyz era, and we also have access to Elder here, as well as the limit to Gateway. Very sad, disappointed about that. Konami, why'd you have to make the game fair? I just wanted to win POG in 2024. Starting off with the card by card, we have Chancellor. It is the BLS for the deck. Just a good all-around card. And now that we have access to Leviathan, it's even better because we can bring back those banished monsters. After that, we have Double Grandmaster, just a free special, all-around good dude. Solid card. Excited to be able to get him out on the field. And then, of course, we have Kagamusha, triple of this, because it is the tuner of the deck, helps us to do our synchro plays, although not quite as crucial now that I have added a specific tech that we will get to in a moment. After that, we got Kageki, also not quite as important as it used to be because we have access to Elder, but still very crucial for our turn 1 plays. Going second is when Elder comes in to play, but this makes it so that the deck goes first incredibly well. After that, we have Kizan. I wish we had multiple, but we don't. Oh well. It's just a very solid card. Free special on an Earth, level 4. Makes Barkion super easily. After that, we are playing one apiece of the Mizuho and the Shinai. Just having free specials of both is quite nice, although I'm not playing a larger package because of the limit of Gateway. I like these as names, but that's about it. They're level 3s, which is important, but besides that, they're only okay. After that, we've got Triple Elder. It's the side draw for the deck. It being a level 3 and an Earth is just a bonus. Makes going second into making that beast so easy. It also just helps us by, being an extra 3 for our Xyz plays. Speaking of level 3s, we have Gen X Ally Birdman. Now, this is a fun little tech, especially in this era. You can return one face-up monster you control to the hand, special summon this card from your hand, but banish it when it leaves the field. Now, that second clause does not apply if it's used for an Xyz monster. So a fun thing that we can do is like normal, special, Gateway, search Kizan, special Kizan, Birdman, back the Kizan, special summon Kizan again, because the special summon is not a once per turn, and then we can search again for a Grandmaster. Then we can go into whatever the heck we want. We have an Earth tuner, a Earth level 2 tuner, a level 5, and a level 4 Earth monster, so we can go into Landois or into Barkion. We have a level 3 tuner, plus a level 3, a level 4, and a level 5, so we can go into stuff like Stardust. We can go into Scrap Dragon. We just have access to whatever the heck we want. Of course, that is a 3-card combo, or actually a 4-card combo because it requires us to have Gateway and Birdman and Kageki plus Kagamusha, but it's still just a really solid card. Even just having like Elder plus Kizan plus Birdman is still solid because we can normal summon the Elder, special summon Kizan, Birdman back the Kizan, special summon the Kizan again, Birdman plus the Elder into a ranks 3, and then we can do some fun things from there. After that, we've got Gub, just because it's a good card. And then we have Valor, triple Valor, and then we have our Pseudo Valor in Chalice as well as Lance. Our unfortunate 1 Gateway of the 6, we have 4 in our collection, but we can only use 1 of them. After that, we've got triple 6 Sam United, 1 Giant Trunade. This is a very good card. Double MST comes back next list. 1 Reborn. Unfortunately, 1 Smoke Signal. We only managed to pull the 1, and I wish we could get multiple, but meh. After that, we've got 1 Rhoda, double Upstart, double-edged sword technique, 1 Fiendish. I forgot we had this, but I'm going to use it now. one Mirror Force, and Solemn. In the side, we have triple Crow, triple Road, one Torrential, double Bottomless, triple Jing Zhen Hu. I pronounced that poorly, but I don't care. After that, we've got triple Trap Stun. If we could actually see this episode, that'd be fantastic. And then in the extra, we've got our double Shi-En, our one Cataster, one Nat Beast, one Iron Chain, Brio, Barkion, Herbellum, Landois, and Black Rose. We are playing a larger 7 pool just because we have a lot easier access into that with Birdman exactly. Especially with the access with Keyzon I mentioned earlier. And then we were playing Scrap Dragon and one Stardust. Only one Stardust. Actually, I'm going to be playing 2. I don't want to be playing Mistworm. Star. Dust. I can't type. There we are. 2 Stardust because it's just a good card. And we're playing Road. After that, we've got Leviathan Dragon. This is just a beat stick. It's saw a lot more play during this era than its counterpart in Levier, although Levier would prove to be the far better card moving forward. And we can use both of them. This one we can use more often and more proactively. This one is more of a reactive card where we like banish with Shi-En's Chancellor, exactly, and then we bring it back with Levier. But yeah, that's the deck. I really am excited for this. It has some really interesting lines of play. I just hope I can do it justice. I will see you guys in the games.
Well, here's the deck. I have absolutely no idea how this is going to go, but we're going to try it out. So we are playing Karakuris, and you'll notice that there's one specific card that we are missing, but we're going to try it regardless. So Karakuris is, in my opinion, a deck that is really ahead of its time for when it comes out. It has a lot of cards that are still very powerful by today's standards and like actually are pretty good. So let's go ahead and get into it. So first up, we have triple Cyber Dragon. I've really liked playing this over the past couple weeks. I think that there's absolutely no reason why we can't just sort of keep playing it. We are still on the March 2011 ban list, so we don't have to worry about any kind of restrictions. We're on the Gub, and then we're on our Karakuris. We have 3 Nanishi. This card, once per turn, while this card is face up on the field, once per turn during your main phase. So it has to stay up on the field, and it's once per turn during the main phase. You can normal summon a Karakuri monster in addition to your normal summoner set. This is also importantly a tuner, so you can go normal summon this, and then normal summon any other Karakuri monster. If we normal summon our Inishi, we can go into something like a Nat Beast or just a really powerful Synchro play. Inishi specifically is really powerful because when this is normal summoned, which again Nanishi does, Inishichi and Nanishi form this really powerful loop where because this is normal summoned, you get to add a Karakuri card from your deck to your hand. Just any card, doesn't matter what. And then we have Double Queek. This card isn't as good when it destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard. You can special a level 4 or lower Karakuri monster from your graveyard and special summon in face of defense. And that is a 4, so that is kind of important because we can go into some other things. Nisamu is probably the worst one because it special summons a... Well, it's a recruiter for the deck, which is pretty good, but it special summons, which some of these cards only trigger on normal, so oh well. Nishipachi is a card that is played for a while in this deck and also in variants of it, because it has the effect that when it's normal summoned or special summoned, you just change a monster's battle position. It's any monster on the field, so you can target something like a Scrap Dragon on your opponent's field, switch it to defense, and then you can beat over it a little bit easier. This pairs really nicely with some of our extra deck cards, but unfortunately we don't have one of the big ones. Up next we have Saizon. Now this card is kind of not that great. The important part is just that it is a level 4 tuner, so that's why we're only playing 2 of each. I wish we had like 3 Inishichi, but oh well. We're on 1 Sangan because it does get us some really important cards like Nanishi, Inishichi, Nishipachi, Saizon, pretty good. We're on Book of Moon, Dark Hole, 3 Karakuri Anatomy. This is basically like a Gateway of the 6, but for us, which is kind of nice. We have double Cash Cash. I wish we had more copies of this, but we might pick it up now that our new rule changes are in effect. You just target a level 4 Karakuri and add a different one from your deck to your hand, and then you change its battle position. We've got limiter removal because everything in here except for exactly Sangan and Gub are machines. We got Monster Reborn, double MST, Pot of Avarice, double Bottomless, Call of the Haunted, Mirror Force, double Saku, Judgment, Torrential, and then double Valor. This was a last minute include. I just kind of wanted something that more or less deals with Zach's cards on his turn, and I figured this was a pretty good one. In the side deck, we got our triple Caius, our double Electric Virus, double DD Crow, double Cyclone. This might be kind of weird, but I figured it might not be the worst thing to play. One Tornado, triple Dust Tornado, and double Solidarity. Wish we had more of this. If we had 3, we would actually be maining it over some of these synchro enables like Gub and Sangan and Valor, but probably what we're going to do is if Zach is on a deck that we can beat easily, just not beat over, we're probably going to side out the Valors and stuff like the Gub and the Sangan for Solidarities and maybe Dust Tornadoes. In the extra deck, we got Catastor, Armory Arm, Black Rose, Brionek, Iron Chain, and then we got Shogun Beredo. Now this one's really powerful. When it's synchro summoned, you special summon a card, carry monster from your deck. Really powerful, and I don't think it's once per turn. Yeah, it's not once per turn, so really crazy effect that it just cheats one out from deck. And then when the battle position of a face-up card, carry monster you control is changed, you actually draw a card that includes itself. So what you can do is you can do stuff like synchro into this, summon and Nishipachi. Nishipachi effect triggers automatically to switch itself, and then you get to draw a card. Now, the important thing that we're missing is Berate. And the reason that's important is it's a 7 that does the exact same thing in terms of summoning a card from the deck, but it also gives you a way to switch your guys again. And the reason that Burrito is really good is Inanshichi is a 3, and if we summon a 4 like Kuik or Nisamu, we can go directly into that. We can't really make this 8 super easily. That's why we're on something like Cyber Dragon, as this just needs a non-tuner machine type monster. We've got Magical Android, Naturia Barkion, and Beast because most of these are Earth. Gishnilnadon because we are playing 3s and 2s in here. Stardust, Trishula, X-Saber Albellum, and then we've got our 2 Nexus monsters, Levier the Sea Dragon, which is an incredibly powerful card I'm super happy we picked up, because this sees play to this day because of how powerful its effect is, and then Leviathan Dragon, which is basically just a rank 3 that gets over almost anything. So I'm really happy we picked those up, and we're not going to hold back with our XE's plays if we can make them. So let's go ahead and get straight on into the duels. Well, Zach, new era, new card type, and in my opinion, the start of modern Yu-Gi-Oh! This is going to be fun.
Oh yeah, I mean, this era is always it's just so fun. It's interactive in a way that Yu-Gi-Oh! Has not been before, and it's just so interesting being able to combo in such interesting ways. And of course, we don't have access to all the things because a lot of it was locked away in structures, but this set's a dang good start.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest problem with XEs compared to like synchros, because when synchros dropped, they were immediately so powerful, is you don't have a lot of like good generics XEs. Like, sure, things like the Leviathan Dragon or Levier, the Sea Dragon, whichever one it is, like Ardreas and Tyrus are like good cards, but they're not really end board pieces. You know, like even when Duelist Genesis hit, Stardust was an end board piece. It's just like, well, you can't get Lightning Vortex anymore. Pretty strong.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a different type of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because yes, things are incredibly powerful, and everything is so easily accessible. It's kind of like the beginning of Link era in that sense, but it's still just not as powerful as later on in XCs, where we get stuff like Zenmaity, and all that stuff. So we have a long ways to go before things get out of control.
Yeah, I mean, there's a very good reason that people who play Tengu Plant will be able to confirm. You mostly still make synchros in this format. Like, XEs are there, and they're good, but if you have the choice, you're usually making a synchro over an XEs.
So, yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's just a better pool.
Yeah, there is. But what's not going to be a better pool is my six-sided dice, who's going to determine who goes first or second. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, all right. Okay, so this is... God, this is like kind of the hard part. Now, we do still draw for turn. We don't stop drawing for turn until like 2014. So
Yeah.
we've got a while. I guess I will take the draw. So let's see how this goes. Draw phase, draw for turn. Stand by main. Oh, okay. I gotta tell you, man, this seems pretty freaking strong. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna just lead it out with our strategy. We're gonna normal summon Karakuri Model Nanishi.
Ooh, okay.
I will. So let's see, and this is an applied effect, just like Swap Frog. Yeah. So I will use my extra normal on Karakuri Merchant Inishichi, and then I'll trigger its effect on normal summon to add a Karakuri card from my deck to my hand.
I'm gonna Veiler that.
You're gonna Veiler that. Okay. Yeah, I'll take Fiending the Veiler out of you. I'll go ahead and just sync these up into a Naturia Beast.
Yep.
I will set a card and go ahead.
I'll draw.
Yeah.
Stand by main.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a lot better, but it's okay. I'll normal summon Kageki and activate the effect.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Special?
Yep.
Xyz's era starts right now.
I am gonna pay half to Judgment that.
Oh. Yep, okay.
That was a little bit much for me to handle. Draw. Standby main. Well, let's get the Pain Trainer rolling. I will normal summon Karakuri Ninja Model Kuik.
Yeah, this feels like the end of the game here.
We'll go battle. We'll hit 17 and 22. Second main, I will set a humble back row and pass it up.
I'll draw. I will set and pass.
Sure, draw. Standby main phase. You know, call me crazy, but I feel like one of these might be live, and I'm kind of not feeling playing into it, you know? Yeah, let's risk it for the biscuit. I'll go battle phase, and I'll attack with 17 and 22 again.
17, 22.
Second main, let's see, what do we want to do? I guess we'll go for, we'll go for it. I will normal summon this copy of Saizon.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to synchro summon for an 8. God, you know, I'd really like to go for Stardust here, because I'm like, I feel like Stardust is a powerful card here, but I feel like I'm not going to get another chance to summon this guy. So let's go for Karakuri Steel Shogun Beredo. And then we'll trigger his effect on summon to special Karakuri from our deck.
Yes.
I will special summon this copy of Nishipachi, and then I'll trigger, whenever he wants to catch up, I'll trigger Nishipachi's effect on summon to switch himself to defense, triggering the Beredo to draw a card.
Yeah.
Whenever DB wants to catch up. It's just been extra slow today.
Yeah, it's been slow today.
It really is, really is. And now if I really wanted to, I could sync the Nat Beast and the Nishipachi for a Stardust. But I'm not going to do that because I'm not bad at the game, so we're just going to pass it up there.
All right, I'll draw.
Yep.
Standby main. Yep. I'm going to MST the back row.
That is fine by me. It was a torrential.
Okay. Here we go. Double-edged sword technique targeting both of them.
Ooh, yeah, that's fine.
Normal Kagamusha.
I don't like this, but sure.
Gonna go for Shien.
Yep.
Battle.
Yep.
Hit over.
I'll take the 300.
And I just realized I should not have summoned both, because I am now dead to the effective double sword technique.
Alright, game 2. I was not expecting...
Unsurprising.
I wasn't expecting to win this, or win that game, but...
I mean, your hand was kind of absolutely insane.
Yeah,
so...
I was kind of expecting you to be on 6 Sams again, unsurprisingly.
I'm gonna Rhoda.
Rhoda's fine.
Sweet. I'm gonna grab a Kageki to hand.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna normal Kageki activate the effect.
Sure.
And special summon Kagamusha.
Yep.
And go for a little Shien.
Yep.
Step 1, pass.
Sure, draw. Stand by main.
Yeah.
Well.
This is a Duel Links end board from like 7 years ago.
What could that back row be? That's my question.
Fear the back row.
I know. I'm like trying to think what it could be.
Maybe it's Judgment, because I'm just that good. No,
I mean, you did snatch steal my Judgment, so it's not above you. I feel like it's a double-edged sword technique, though. So
I do have quite a few of those in the deck.
You do. I don't really want to play this like fast and loose, but Shien's only a spell trap negate.
It is only a spell trap negate.
All right. Let's start with this. I will special summon Cyber Dragon.
Okay.
I will normal summon Nanishi.
Yes.
Extra normal of Kuik.
Mm-hmm.
Nanishi and Cyber Dragon to grave for Burrito. Declare effect of Burrito.
Sure.
Okay. The fact that you haven't stopped me yet is like kind of concerning to me.
I mean, what would I have? I have a spell trap negate.
Yeah, but you could. It's the back row. It's like it could be torrential. It could be. I think it's double-edged sword technique, which is why I'm not super concerned about it. But I think it's Mirror Force. If you haven't used it yet, it's not torrential, because you definitely would have torrential this board already.
Yes, I definitely would have torrential before you got to Burrito.
So I think it's a Mirror Force. If it's not a Mirror Force, then maybe it's either Mirror Force or double-edged sword technique. So I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna go for a I'm gonna go for a Saison.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna sync these two off for a copy of Stardust.
That's unfortunate.
We'll go battle phase. I'll hit 28.
Damage step.
Yeah.
I'm a chalice my own Shien.
I don't like it. I don't like that. You should not have done that. But now it's negated. Yeah, unfortunately this is
and your guy's gone.
Yep, so I'll unfortunately take the 100. Second main, because I can't attack over this, unfortunately. I was not counting on the chalice. That's unfortunate. But the thing is, I don't think I had a line to beat the chalice.
Yeah, I don't think you did either. I either used it early or I didn't, but because you had the side row, like I'm just gonna keep it and then keep my Xian around next turn.
Yeah, I didn't have a way to beat that. So because your Xian's negated, I'm going to activate this Anatomy. And then I'm going to set 2, and I'll pass.
Okay, this goes back to its POG.
Yep.
Draw for turn.
Mhm.
Stand by into the main phase.
Yep.
Let's get cooking. I will need to think here. Okay, I'm gonna special summon a Grandmaster.
Sure.
I will special Birdman by bringing back the Grandmaster.
Oh, is this not once per turn? It's not.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Special summon Grandmaster?
Thinking here. Yeah. This is gonna be a feels bad moment. I'm gonna torrential here.
Yeah, I will have to negate that with Xian.
And I will have to judgment that.
Oh, that is a really feels bad moment.
Yeah, that's
I haven't normaled.
Yeah, but I have to do this here, otherwise you make Stardust, and then you have double ways to negate this. I'm assuming you would make Stardust, but all right. So
I was going to make Stardust, yes.
So what am I going to be down to? I'm going to be down to 34.50. 39.50.
Oh yeah, 34.50. Yeah, you're right.
No, that's wrong. God, why is math so hard today? Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. It is 39.50. Yeah, there we go. All right, go ahead.
Okay. Oh wait, the Birdman's banished.
Yes, it is.
I'm just gonna normal a Shinai and go battle and snacky for 15.
I'll take the 15.
And I'll pass there.
Sure, draw. Well, that's an interesting situation. All right, stand by main. That's actually really interesting. Oh my god, that's really interesting. All right, let's normal summon this Nisamu. I'll go to battle, and I will be forced to attack, and I'll take 100.
Yeah, and then it will trigger in damage step.
Yep. So this goes to grave. I'll bring back
something
this
a level 3 or
4 or lower, I believe. Yep, 4 or lower
From
from your deck. Oh, in face up attack position. Okay, so this is actually better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, so you can special summon a 1700 guy and then beat over.
Yep, so I'll special Kuik. I'll attack over
and I'll
with
take
Kuik,
3.
and then
Or no, 2.
Yep, and then I'll trigger Kuik effect to special level 4 or lower from my graveyard and face up defense.
Yeah.
Question is, which one do I want to go for? You're on 1 card, but that doesn't really mean a whole lot.
No, it does not.
God, I wish I had something slightly different, but I think, gosh, so much from grave. I think I am gonna go for this Nisamu, just because it gives me a floater. So, and then I'll go second main and then pass turn.
Okay, I'll draw.
Yep.
I'll just pass here.
Sure. Draw. Standby main. I will switch Nisamu to attack.
Yep,
Place
the
a
counter.
Yep. I'll switch this to defense. Place another counter, and then I'll sack this off for Pot of Greed.
Yep. It's 6 Sam United, but slightly worse.
Yeah, slightly, but it's still a pretty freaking good card. I'll go to battle, and I will be forced to attack with this 1400. Second main, I will set the fort.
I'll draw.
Yep.
Standby main.
Yep.
I'll activate United.
United is fine.
I will special summon Elder.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm I'm just gonna normal Kageki.
On summon, I'm gonna MST the United.
Okay. You're rude.
Yeah, I mean, I got my pot of greed. I don't really want you to have yours.
I'll overlay.
Sure.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. I will special summon Levier.
Ooh, sure. Yeah.
Anything on summon?
Nothing on summon.
Target the Birdman.
Birdman's fine.
Special the Birdman.
Sure.
Do I want to special it in attack or defense? That's the question.
That is a good question.
Because you haven't gone through Mirror Force. I have a feeling that Mirror Force is there.
Yeah, it's either you have to crash into the Nisamu and give me the special from deck, or you don't do that.
I'm going to special this in defense.
Sure.
Go battle and attack into the Quake.
Attack into the Quake. This is a pretty juicy Saku, so I'll take it.
Gosh, why do you always have to use your stupid battle tricks?
Because they're really freaking good. I don't know what to tell you. We'll go battle. I'll hit over with Kuweek and then trigger Kuweek. I will summon. Yeah, so thinking on what I'm gonna summon.
Yeah. Regardless, I'm taking 14 here.
Correct. Because I can't. This summons in defense, so I can't ping you for more damage.
And you must attack.
Correct. Which is really funny. It's usually viewed as a very big downside, but it's not really right now. I think I'm just gonna get this. I'm gonna get this Nanishi, just for like plays next turn if I end up drawing a monster. We'll go second main. I'll set a card, and yeah, I don't need to make anything. I feel pretty sick right here.
Well, I'll pass.
Sure, draw. I'm going to go standby main, and I will activate an anatomy.
Yeah. Are you gonna switch to defense and then pot of greed?
Yep, I'm gonna do that. So then I'll just sack this off for draw 2. That's really fucking funny. Avarice here. Targeting all 5.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
Shuffle, shuffle. And then I'll draw 2. I haven't normal this turn. So we're going to start by sending these 2 to grave for a Beredo effect.
They're both non-tuners.
Oh, they are. That's right. My bad. I got a little too excited.
Yes, you did.
All right. If that is the case,
Summon Black Rose, you won't.
You're right, I won't. Okay.
Coward.
All right. So this is. Hold on. Do I have a way to do this? That's really funny. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so fucking comical. I love it.
You gonna make land noise?
No, I'm not. But I'm gonna do something really funny. All right, so game mechanic normal summon of Effect Veiler.
Mm-hmm.
These 2 to the graveyard for Cataster. Cataster and Nanishi for Beredo. Beredo effect.
Oh my gosh, it's a freaking machine.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I hate everything.
Yeah, it is. Okay. We will get out. Oh my god, this is so amazing. All right, we're gonna get out another Nanishi. We will normal summon. We will get extra normal off Nanishi, because this one is on the field. Nishipachi, trigger Nishipachi to flip Nanishi to attack and then draw one with Burrito.
Mm-hmm.
That's... God, this deck is really fucking cool. So what
Yeah,
are
the
we
cool
at?
part is you open Judgment twice.
Yes, that is in fact the cool part. So funnily enough, I have exact lethal on board. So
Do you?
yeah.
Oh, you do.
So I'll just go to battle and I'll try and kill you. This need
Bro, you're a freaking anime protagonist. So upsetting. That is you with your power one-ups.
I'm playing a lot of them. And by the way, you did snuff out it was a Mirror Force. The other card was a Mirror Force.
Yeah, because like you can't get any draws that are fair. You had to draw exactly Mirror Force Saku and then top deck a freaking MST as well.
And then I also
after judgmenting me.
And then Avarice, and then oh gosh, this. Okay, I was a little concerned.
Oh wait, I just realized you couldn't have judgmented there because it was a monster effect.
Oh shit, you're right. I always forget that. Oh, we can just go to game 3 then. That's fine. All right. My bad, chat. My bad. I forgot that judgment isn't strike. Sorry. But I will attempt to go first in this game. All right.
All right, I think that makes sense.
Draw phase, draw for turn. Standby main. Ooh, unfortunately, this isn't going to be nearly as interesting as last time.
Why, you didn't open Judgment again? I've yet to see Judgment since Snatch stealing it.
That's fair. Watch, you have it in your opening hand now.
Bro, I wish. Actually, no, that would make my hand worse.
Yeah, this is gonna be this isn't gonna be as powerful. We're just gonna normal summon this Nisamu, and then we're gonna set 2 cards and pass the turn.
Okay, I'll draw.
Yep.
I love Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, that's fine. Draw. Stand
Little MST action back there.
Main. Well, gosh, this is just like not amazing at all. I'll attempt to normal summon this Inishichi and trigger the effect.
Okay. Yeah. That is fine.
Adds any Karakuri card from my deck to my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Part of me wants to get Anatomy, but I feel like that's bad here. But it's so good. That's my problem. Yeah, well, we're gonna risk it for the biscuit. I'll add Anatomy to hand.
Sure.
I'll
Roll. Nah.
I'll attempt to activate the Anatomy.
Yeah. Switch the Nisamu to defense, put a counter
No, not quite yet. I think I'll go to battle first.
Go battle first, yeah.
I'll hit for Inishichi for 5.
Yep.
And then Nisamu for 14. You wish you had Gores. You didn't get a promo.
Yeah, I do wish.
Second main. Fortunately, I can't do a whole lot because neither of these are tuners. Yeah, we'll just put this Nisamu to defense and then put a counter on Anatomy.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll set another card, and I will pass it up.
I'll draw.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. I love this game. Set, pass.
Sure, draw. Standby main. Well, we'll start by doing this, I guess. We'll flip Nisamu to attack, and then place a counter on Anatomy.
Mm-hmm.
And then
draw 2.
Yep, sack Anatomy to draw 2.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Doesn't feel good either.
Normal summons a tuner. Goes for burrito.
Yeah, so we're gonna normal summon this Saizon. Anything here?
No, nothing here.
Alright, so I'm actually gonna sync these two into Barkion first.
Oh, okay.
Then...
yeah, that's fine.
Anything here?
Actually, let me think here.
Yeah.
You have normaled.
Yep, I normaled the Saizon.
I'll bottomless.
You're gonna bottomless this. I am going to cry.
Not gonna Barkion?
Oh wait, can I Barkion this? Because it's on summon.
It's
not in the summon window.
It's
the
not,
monster has to
it's not
hit
in
the field.
judgment. The summon was successful, so you can chain the effect.
What is it? I have to banish 2 cards from my graveyard. Yeah, I can do that. I will. Yeah, I'll declare Barkion here. I'll banish this Anatomy, and I'll banish this Inishichi. Valor targeting. Ooh. It says Chainlink 3.
Yep.
Chainlink 4, I'm gonna dust this one.
Okay.
Anything here?
No.
Alright, I will use the optional effect to set. And then this resolves, this gets banished.
Mm-hmm.
It's a double-edged sword technique. Okay. That's interesting. That is in fact interesting. Let's activate Call the Haunted here, targeting Saizon.
Sure.
We will sync these two into a Burrito. And we'll attempt to declare Burrito effect on summon.
I'm gonna chalice it.
I'll chain MS2 targeting the last one.
Sure.
It's a lance. Okay. So this is at 32. It's a big Burrito. Mm-hmm. Not that it'll matter too much, I don't think, unless that set is a DD Warrior Lady. But even then, I'm feeling decent. Yeah, let's just go. What would you be setting? It could be a second Valor. That'd be really funny. There is a Recruiter 6 Samurai, but it's bad.
Yes, there is.
It is like Shien's foot soldier or something, and it's pretty bad. I don't think you're playing it at this point.
There's a new one, I believe, that
Oh, is there?
specials.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah, we're gonna go to battle and we'll attack it.
Okay. There goes Kagamusha.
Okay. Second main, I will set a card and I will pass.
Draw.
Yep.
Bro.
Draw. This importantly does go back down to 28. Fortunately, I don't think the game is over. I'll normal summon this Kuik,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll go to battle and hit for 28-17.
Yeah.
Yeah. Second main. I'm good. Go ahead.
Oh my freaking! What the heck are my draws?
Oh no, no!
I literally couldn't do anything the entire game. All I had was back row, and all you had was back row removal.
Yeah, and then I drew into just removal traps, and I was trying to see if I could game you because I did draw the Reborn, but I'm not playing any of like my 3K beater synchros. The biggest one I had to make was just Stardust, and I was like, that's not worth it. It was good.
I just couldn't find any monsters.
Yeah, and gosh, well,
It's not like my deck's inconsistent either.
no, it's not. Oh, all right. So good. What is this hiding out? Oh. Oh man, but yeah. So what I was gonna say is I was a little bit worried about this deck in like going into it because, as you know, I don't have the Beret. I just have the Beret Doe, which is still a good card as we saw. It arguably is maybe even more important than Beret, but having both is really almost necessary. And there's just like, I don't know, I feel like the problem was just I saw engine, you didn't.
Yeah, I mean, that happened every game that I lost was just I couldn't find my engine. Oh, and now that this game didn't matter.
You drew the judgment. Yeah, so this deck is really cool. As I was saying in my deck profile, I feel like this is really a deck that's ahead of its time, right? Inashichi gets you any Karakuri card, including these spells and traps if you want to play those. Nanishi is a tuner that is also a swap frog, so it gives you an extra normal, which means you can do Nanishi into Inashichi, which then gets you into a 5, which, because these are both Erts, it's Nat Beast, as we saw in Game 1. If you pair it up with something like a Cyber Dragon, it can go straight into the Beret Doe. And then the big thing is, because it's a 3, if you have a 4 like Nisamu or Kuik, you can go into the Beret and then get another card, get another monster on field, because both the Synchros have the first effect that when they're Synchro summoned, you special a Karakuri from your deck. And interesting enough, that's not a once per turn, so you can really go ham. I really love Karakuri when it's paired with Geargias in Fire Water format. I think it's a really fun deck. And then just the fact that you have Gateway is a problem card because, it gets you literally whatever you want. and just it does it over and over again. And Beret plus Anatomy plus Cash kind of all do the same thing. And then as we saw, like 6am United was crazy, and we have our own in Karakuri Anatomy. Yeah, I just really like this deck. Also, this was a machine deck, so I was playing a limiter removal in the main deck, so you weren't the only one with damage step shenanigans. But yeah, but yeah, you're playing 6M now. There is some pretty cool stuff that we did see. We saw the Birdman, which I thought about playing a deck with this in it. It's such a cool card, and it's insane that it comes out now. I wish that there was more we could do with it. Yeah, you have Leviar and Leviathan Dragon, which, did you get any more XEs?
Yeah, I got a Meister, but it's not good in this deck. This deck is a 3-axis style deck. Also, one thing, you saw Engine like every single game.
Yeah.
And you're playing less Karakuris than I'm playing 6Ams.
I'm not gonna lie. My first game, I think my hand was 5 Karakuri monsters and a Cyber Dragon. So it was, or maybe it was an MST. I forget. But the point is, yeah, I saw a lot of Karakuris each game, and it wasn't impossible for me to not see them. Now, I did also get a Leviar and a Leviathan Dragon, so we're actually evenly matched on those.
Dang.
You do have a rank 4, which rank 4s are so powerful. I mean, rank 4 spam decks are playable for freaking ever. It's like, I don't think they really die out until like Master Rule 4, in which you can only summon 1 per turn because you only have 1 EMZ. So, but it's kind of cool that we are matched on at least our good XCs. We'll have to see if we pull any differing XCs going forward, but yeah, like I said, I was not expecting to win this deck. I really wanted to play Karakuri before it kind of fell off, so to speak, because even though this deck sees play as engines in other decks, it really isn't good on its own much longer. It's basically, I think, after Dino Rabbit format or Wind Up Inzector format, this deck falls off pretty hard, even though the cards are insane. I think it's just there's better things, there's more interesting things that people want to play with. So yeah,
and unfortunately, this deck, it's just like it's very good, but Karakuri requires you to open like a 2 or 3 card combo. That's the same as 6Sam, but 6Sam historically has more things that they can do to access exactly the cards they need, such as Rhoda as well as Smoke Signal. Unfortunately, I only have 1 Smoke Signal, so it's the consistency loss from the limiting of
Gateway.
The Gateway hurts me a lot more than it hurts Constructed, because Constructed just has 3 of the Smoke Signal, but I required I need that to be able to actually search my things and get the train rolling.
Yeah, I think that's just I don't want to say core difference, but that was the big difference. Is even though I need more engine, even though like I did see it, my engine is more like generic. Like we saw when I just normal summoned that Nisamu and just like I hit in, crash, summon the Kuik, like hit over with Kuik and then summoned a guy. Like I was pretty set from there. Even though I shouldn't have been in that position. I should have died that previous like a couple turns prior. Still an interesting showing. So yeah, this deck, I think these games were pretty cool, if I have to say. I mean, I don't think there was anything other than the glaring misreading of Solemn Judgment, which, to be fair, I think I've only activated this card maybe once or twice before. So
yeah, and I have made that mistake before in Modern.
It's such an easy mistake to make. Like, this is just the card that says no. Why would you think that it doesn't hit monster activations as well?
Yeah, exactly.
So, I kind of find it funny that we're both on double Veiler in the main deck. I think you're on double, right?
Yeah, it just doesn't feel good to play 3, and plus, since I have Chalice, that's kind of my pseudo third copy.
Yeah, and it's better because it's weird to say Chalice is better than Veiler, but It really is, because you can use it on your turn, and it is also a battle trick, which came up multiple times.
Yeah, I also have this,
Yeah, I have a
um,
Fiendish Chain too, but
which I never saw.
I don't know. I don't feel like it's that playable of a card. It is now that we have XEs and you can chain up the XEs. Um, but yeah, I didn't really feel like this is a card that's good enough to main at one. I would rather main like the Call of the Haunted, or like the Dark Hole first. Doesn't mean it's a bad card in any way, shape, or form. It's just I don't really value it as much. But yeah,
Yeah, I just don't have Dark Hole, and I value it higher than Call because I have the pseudo Call in Double Edge.
yep, that is true. This deck does not have a good way to recur its resources from the graveyard, except for exactly Kuik, and Kuik has to hit over a monster and send it to the graveyard. Super specific. But with that being said, let's get into our winner's wheel for today. So, yay me. All right, so, gosh, I'll give it. I'm gonna give it eight clicks for the stars on Beredo. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I am getting an ultra rare wild card. I really wanted that last episode. I forget what I even took with my prize from. I know it was a super rare. Oh, I do remember what I took with my super rare. I took a copy of Dragoonity Knight Vajriana. I have an interestingly decent Dragoonity pool, and I was like, well, this is the one card I'm missing, and it kind of turns on the whole deck, so that's what I took. But Ultra Wild card, I will have to think. There are definitely some XEs that I could take, but I don't know. With our new rule change, we might be picking up some more commons and rares. Who knows? We'll see in the next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and comment and all that stuff. And if you really enjoyed, make sure to subscribe. That is all from us, and we'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace!